Hi, it's Barbie here. Whew, I have not had internet for 12 days going through Canada. We're at Whitehorse, Yukon, Canada right now, and what an amazing trip it's been. So we started through the Upper Peninsula in Michigan and saw the Great Lakes. The Great Lakes were on our left and just hilly forest on our right for most of the first leg of the trip. And when we got into Manitoba, we stopped off at a visitor center, and this nice man named Daryl greeted us, and we were just looking for a map, but he's like, you cannot drive through and not stop by Winnipeg. So he sold us on like 5 to 6 things to do at Winnipeg. So that was it. I got on the phone, reserved an RV park by Winnipeg, and got out there, and we saw Winnipeg, which is, if you get there, you should absolutely see the zoo. They've got a fabulous zoo. We've always wanted to go to Churchill, and Churchill, Canada is where you see the polar bears, the wild polar bears, just out in nature, and we have not been up there yet. So they had I think they called it Churchill Experience or something like that at the zoo, and it was fabulous. They have this big area for polar bears. We went in to have lunch, and they have this huge grassy hill, and the polar bears came out and rolled. I've never seen polar bears in grass, and they seem to be having fun, enjoying rolling around in the grass. You would think they turned a little green, but they didn't. They didn't get any grass stains on them. So the kangaroos are pretty cool there too. So, and they've got lots of volunteers. We met such nice people. Canadians are so nice. Really, really nice. So let's see. We left Winnipeg. Wait, I should talk about food at Winnipeg. We went to a place called The Fork, and it's terrific. Cute little stores. Some of the buildings look like they might have been factories, and now it's this trendy little shopping area and all. And I had no intention of falling off the wagon, but we turned the corner and I saw a spaghetti factory. And I immediately had memories of being in the Air Force many years ago in Sacramento, and my girlfriends and I would get together at least once every 6 months, and we'd get tickets to a musical or a big play downtown, and we'd always stop off and eat at Spaghetti Factory and then go to the musical or play. So I turned the corner, saw that, and it was, a bunch of warm memories of those good times. And my husband John saw spaghetti. So and he even said, no, we don't have to eat there because they might not have something on the menu. And I was, oh, they'll always have a salad. And I think at that moment I knew I was lying to myself. I think I was already knee deep in the spaghetti by then. So by the time I ordered that, my spaghetti came to the table, I ate the entire thing. The basket of bread, except for 2 or 3 pieces that I allowed my husband to take out of it, I ate everything. And so after that I was like, okay, well, we really need to walk this off. So we went walking around, and it's lovely park areas. It was all getting ready for a kids festival. So there were some areas we couldn't go to. They had booths set up and everything. The next day was going to be a kids festival. So we knew where we did not want to be that next day. We did not want to be down at the Fork with trillions of kids. And so we went walking on a pedestrian bridge, and there was a restaurant on the bridge. And so we decided to go in there and have wine. And this restaurant is attached to this bridge right over the center of the Red River. And that was lovely. It was really, really nice. I really thoroughly enjoyed Winnipeg. And we moved on. We were driving through Alberta, and we were going to Edmonton. And I've been through Edmonton before, and people have told me you have to go to the mall. And I was like, it's a mall. I live in an RV. There's not much shopping I can do. So anyways, we went ahead and reserved one night to, that's what we do. The first night there, we took off and went to the West Edmonton Mall. Wow, what a place. I've been to the Mall of America. Not that much of a big deal there. This place was amazing. First of all, it's a mall that's thriving. That's every store in it. People, we were there during the week in the afternoon and the place was packed. It was packed with people. And when we got hungry, I looked and it looked like a crowd of locals that were there, and they all went to a place called First Round. Went to a place called First Round, kind of a pub place. And we got there. I got a hamburger without a bun and a salad, and my husband got a hamburger, salad, and this huge thing of French fries. And I usually, after I'm done with my stuff, I usually take a French fry or two and lick it. But after my experience with the spaghetti factory, I didn't even trust myself. So I was like, no, I'm not. I don't have enough fiber in me to keep me from biting a French fry instead of just licking it. So anyways, I stayed away from all of that. But that was good. And the next day we went to a place called Fort Edmonton, and this place sounded terrific. There's like 4 different periods of time through Edmonton that you walk through and people are there. There's a true hotel and people are dressed in period clothing. It just sounded so incredible and neat. And I think the place is held together with the volunteers of Edmonton that go in and wear the period clothing and, take the theatrical parts in it. But there's a hotel and there's restaurants and but anyways, we got there, and the 2 days that we were in Edmonton were the 2 windiest days for 7 years. So it broke a record for the last 7 years. And when we were walking up to the gate, we did see branches on the ground of these big trees. And we were like, wow, yeah, it's pretty windy. And then somebody met us at the gate and said, that's it, that they were closed. And we were ready for kind of a history of Edmonton. And so she said, what you should do is go downtown and have lunch at the Hotel McDonald, Fairmont Hotel McDonald. And it was built in 1915, and it looks just like it was when it was built. So she said, that's a terrific place to go down and have lunch. So that's what we did. We went downtown and ran around, saw a few items and all that kind of stuff. And then we got to the hotel for lunch, and we were greeted by a dog. They have a hotel dog there, and if you're staying there, you can call down and have the dog delivered to your room. You can play with the dog for a while. You can walk the dog. It's just a hotel dog that they have that it was just a cool little addition to. Everybody in this hotel was fabulously nice, and we just really enjoyed our stop off there. We had lunch. They had, on the menu, they had a Cobb salad with lobster in it. It was terrific. Really good. John had flatbread pizza and I think super salad or something, but he enjoyed his stuff. And so we left there, went walking around town, and I think that finished us up in Edmonton. We stayed at a place right in Edmonton. It was a terrific RV park because it looked like you were driving down a residential area. We're in a 45-foot RV, and some of the trees were hanging a little low, and so we had to get out into the other lane a little bit to make sure we didn't get all scratched up. But we turned the corner in this terrific RV park right down there, and I think it was 2 miles away from the mall. It was like everything was so close. After Edmonton and Laird Springs. Laird Springs is fabulous. Right after, maybe right before you get to Laird Springs, there's a sign that says Buffalo. And the sign's here that says buffalo. You look down the road and there's a buffalo just walking. And so we pulled over. We went into the Laird Springs for, I think it's like $5 a head. We pulled off. They have a car park or RV park area outside. And so we parked there across the street, went walking. They have this beautiful boardwalk that takes you out through nature to get to the springs. And if you're driving through that area, you've got to stop by with your bathing suit and just enjoy it. It is amazingly fabulous. So the trick is that you go, as you're looking at it on the deck, the area, it's all natural area with a little man-made waterfall in the middle of it. The hot springs come in this side, so the further you get to this side, it's wicked hot. So you start off over here and you get used to it, and then you can move up here. I probably got about the middle. People are hanging over here, but yeah, my temperature, I couldn't handle that. But it's really cool. Good, fabulous place to stop by. We were probably there for about 2.5 hours, and then got back to the coach, took a quick shower, and then we're back on the road. And we saw bear, black bear, brown bear. We've seen moose. I have never seen a male moose out in the wild. And on this trip already, I've seen 3. I've seen 3. In one, the way I want to see them is in the water with the stuff hanging off the antlers and everything. And that was the first one I saw. Right after we crossed the border into Canada, we drove through Sault Ste. Marie, and right after that, right off the side of the road, there was a little water there, and a moose. There was a male moose over there, and across the street was a female moose. And that was a great greeting to get into Canada. All right, I've totally wasted so much time on my trip. Let's see. I just weighed in today, and I am 200 pounds. That's 3 pounds more than I was 2 weeks ago when I talked to you. So, when you get out of the 200s and you kind of stabilize, I only stabilized at 197, but I was 197 for a while. I thought I would never see 200 again. Well, I'm here. I'm 200. No debate if it's 199.8. Yeah, it was 200.2 pounds. 200.2 pounds. And so anyways, there I am, 200 pounds, and I need to get back on the program and really, so I have been ever since I've left Winnipeg. So hopefully I'll start going down, and I'm headed to the land of salmon, so that can't be bad for me, right? Well, I know, it's how it's cooked. Okay, well, thank you again, and I should have good connectivity in Alaska. Everything should be fine there. So I will say adios, and I'll talk to you again. Bye-bye.